Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the effective tips to clear the CA exam in the first attempt. Most of you would be interested in understanding how to pass this CA exam, supposed to be a difficult exam, in the very first attempt. Many students have asked me, sir, you have got rank in all the 3 exams of CA. Sir, you have passed CA exam in the very first attempt. So, what was the reason behind your success? So, normally I have not given a comprehensive reply, but today I am going to give you a very comprehensive guideline as to how to clear CA exam in the first attempt, and secondly, how to come in the merit list if you are keen on coming into the merit list. Okay. So, listen to me carefully. This video will remain in YouTube. You can watch it again and again, and I think this will be a guide for your future preparation of CA exams. So, listen to me, follow my instruction, and I am sure you will get very good results. Okay. This video is applicable for CA Foundation, CA Intermediate and CA Final Examination, all of them, because ultimately the level of difficulty is there in all the exams, and therefore, I am sure it will help all of you. So, the first thing that we need to do is to expand your scope of the study. That means, the student cannot do selective study. If your question is, sir, can we ignore this topic? Can we stop studying some topic from some subjects? Will it be enough? So, my answer is no. This examination is like a sea. All of you know that. I do not have to tell you, whether it is foundation or intermediate or final. This examination is like a sea, and the syllabus is very vast. As you move from foundation to inter and from inter to foundation final, your syllabus keeps on expanding. Examiner also tries to ask you question on each and every corner from your syllabus. Therefore, first advice to you, do not do selective study, rather you should do comprehensive study of every single topic of your entire syllabus. So, whether it is your accounts or financial management or costing or law, audit or any other subject, you must do a comprehensive study. All topics which are there in your syllabus must be studied, because you will find in the exam there are questions from each and every topic, and sometime the topic you do not study, they may give you a question of 16 marks, 20 marks in the exam, and then you will be found napping in the exam. Second tip for the student of CA course is revise, revise and revise. More revision is better than less revision. So, many students have asked me how many times we should revise. Oh, that is a difficult question. Okay. You can revise as many times as possible. 3 to 4 times is minimum revision you need for any subject. More than that is welcome. So, review the old ones regularly. If suppose you are a CA final student, your exam is after 3 years. So, maybe after 1 year what you have studied in the beginning you may not remember. Okay. So, therefore, I will recommend that you follow this policy of revising, so that your concepts are clear and you remember the concepts for a longer time. So, at least 3 times I will suggest, at least 3 times I will suggest that you must revise, then only you can score very good marks. So, 3 times revision, and nowadays I have seen in intermediate and final, questions of past years are getting repeated. So, the student must practice all past year questions, all, because in 2021 exam, questions which were asked in 2005 or 2009, they were repeated. So please check the syllabus. If the same syllabus was applicable 10 years ago or 15 years ago also, then you must practice even those questions. Okay. One of the biggest problems with the today's generation is, today's examinees is, today's student is that they are over involved in social media, which do not generate any positive outcome for you except wasting your time. If you are serious about your CA exams, then during the course of examination preparation, take a break from social media. If possible, completely avoid them. Otherwise, you can just fix a time in the day when you are not doing anything for 15 minutes to 20 minutes, and during that time you can complete your social media responsibility, if any. Use internet only for studies. Use internet only for studies. You can use internet for viewing lectures on YouTube if the lectures are good, but do not waste your time on other social media. If you can just follow this one advice, you will get 10% more marks. So 10% plus depends on following this piece of advice. If possible, you delete those apps only from your mobile. Okay, if possible, delete. ऐप को डिलीट ही कर दो, न रहेगी बांस और न बजेगी बांसुरी. ठीक है. नोटिफिकेशन सारे बंद रखो. कीप द नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ. एंड all these social media apps, you should hide it inside some folder which should be on the last page of your mobile, so that you don't have to refer them again and again, right? So hide social media apps. Another question is, how many hours of study? Oh my God, a CS student is asking this question. How many hours should I study? For CA final student, even 24 hours are not enough. However, I would recommend for a CA final student that you must at least plan 14 hours of effective study. At least 14 hours of effective study would be useful. If you can study little more, you are welcome. But then the student is asking, sir, I am a foundation student, intermediate student. Then you can just reduce by 1 or 2 hours. But otherwise, you have to make effective study. What do you mean by effective study? That is, you must study with full concentration. You should not look at the watch every time. Rather, you should focus on understanding the concept. Your entire 14 hours should be effective, productive. If you study 14 hours per day during your preparation, then you will be able to cover all the topics and you will be able to revise 2-3 times before the exam. So, CA exam demands time. Many students have claimed on YouTube or other media that we have studied only for 7 days and we have passed. I think that was a joke, okay? Or they are just trying to gain cheap publicity. So, therefore, the student has to devote time. Let us say, for example, a CA final financial reporting subject. There are total 41 topics, and some topics like consolidation, financial instrument, etc., they will require 40 to 50 hours per topic. They will require 40 to 50 hours per topic to gain mastery. And you are trying to say that somebody completed the entire course in 7 to 8 days is bluffing. Even 4 months are not sufficient. So, please give more time. Without putting enough time, please do not think of passing this exam in the first attempt. How to find time is something you have to manage on that. If you curtail your non-core activity, social media activity, then you will be definitely able to get time for your preparation. It requires some amount of self control, some amount of self motivation, so that you will be able to find time. It is only a mental block that you don't have time. If you really plan your day, you will be able to complete a 14-hour study on a daily basis from today till your exam. Then the next suggestion to all of you is, you must make a daily schedule. Okay, so take a calendar and you mark there that on Sunday I have to study this subject, this topic, Monday this subject or this topic, Tuesday like this. Divide your available days over various subjects and various topics in such a manner that you are able to do at least 3 revisions. Is it right? You have to only prepare your daily schedule. You only know how much time you will require for each subject. According to the importance of the subject, the length of the syllabus, the student has to decide the schedule. And then making schedule is the easiest thing on the planet Earth. Yes or no? What is the difficult part? Difficult part is to observe it, strictly follow it. Okay, it is like a new year wish. Okay, everybody makes, but after a few days you lag behind. So again, if you want to pass in first attempt, you want to come in merit list, there is no choice but to make a daily schedule and you stick to it. Give equal weightage to all topics and subject. Here equal weightage means not equal number of hours, but you can't just study one subject and ignore the other subject. Some students don't like theory subjects, yes or no? Yes, sir. I also don't like, or I was not liking when I was a student, but then still I used to study, because to pass this exam you have to clear all the subjects. Minimum at least 40 you need in every subject. So therefore you have to give weightage to each and every topic, each and every subject. So plan your schedule accordingly that your entire syllabus is covered 3 times, at least 3 times before you go to the exam. And who is going to make timetable for you? You have to make your own timetable. Do not come to me and, sir, please make a timetable for me. I can't make your timetable. You have to make your own timetable because you have your own style of studies. Timetable should also include few mock tests. As you know, your institute conducts 2 mock tests. There are outside agencies also which conduct mock tests. So 2 to 3 mock tests you should appear for every subject once you are prepared. Also solve past year's paper. One of the questions always asked is, which was my question also, how to study theory subjects, because theory subjects are very vast and theory subjects require you to remember lot of concepts and provisions, points, etc. So what is the correct way to study theory subject? That you should make your own notes. First thing, when you are studying, you make your own notes in simple language. Second, you must keep revising theory subjects periodically. So let us say what you have studied in 1 week, you should revise in the next week. What you have studied in first and second week, then at least you should revise in the third week. So there should be cumulative revision for theory subjects. Because of the volume, like law, audit, income tax, direct tax, indirect tax, the syllabus is so vast. Even your financial reporting subject is very vast and it has a lot of theory portion. So please make revision. If possible, make your own notes, and based on your own notes, once your own notes are prepared, you can revise very fast. what is the benefit of making your own notes? The benefit of making your own notes that you can revise it more number of times. Institute material you can't revise fully. So, what is the best way? The best way is to make your own notes. One of the most important things is that what you revise on the last day of the exam. Tomorrow is the exam, what you revise today is very useful, because that remains in your memory and you can use it in your exam. But for that you need your short notes, own notes. Okay. If you prepare your own notes, then it will be very useful for revision at a later date. And if possible, short notes of important lessons in hands helps in prompt revision. Some students make flashcards where they make notes, so that when they are traveling or sitting idle anywhere, they can revise from those notes. If that is possible, you can do that. So, this is another important piece of suggestion for passing the exam in first attempt and getting into the merit list. Now comes the exam. Exam is the window through which you communicate with the institute. Institute does not know you personally. Then how will institute know about you? How will the institute know about your level of knowledge? The only medium is your answer sheet. Through the answer sheet, the institute will learn whether this is a deserving candidate or not, whether he knows his concept or not. Not only that, you are going to become a professional in future. You are going to present lot of things in front of public, to the shareholder, to the board, to your client. Therefore, you must have a good presentation skill also. So, improve the quality of your answer. Presentation plays a key role. I got some extra marks in the exam, I believe, because I used to present the answer very nicely in very good handwriting. Not very good means I am not participating in a handwriting competition, but at least good enough for the other to read and understand it, right. Then I will write point by point answer. I will divide my answer into steps. So, divide wherever possible in numerical question, answer into steps. In case of theory question, write point by point. Try to write maximum number of points when it comes to a theory subject. Okay. How to present your answer, you will be able to learn from study material, RTP, MTP and past suggested exam. So, past suggested examination answer will give you a guidance as to how to present your answer. Is it right? As the exam appears nearer, the tension also increases, right. There is a direct proportion between the number of days remaining and the tension level also. If you remain positive throughout your preparation days, then certainly you will get a very good result. But the moment you get tense, you start forgetting things, you start making mistake in the exam, something which you have already learned, you might commit a mistake. Is it right? I will give you my example, although I do not like to, but suppose when I was in CA final, there was a direct tax paper and the syllabus was very vast, all of you know, it is like an ocean. So many heads of income, assessment, TDS, DTAA and so many things. So, I was not able to remember each and everything. I got tensed, and then when I went for the exam to write the exam, I made some basic mistake, and that will cost me, let us say, 5 to 10 marks. But that in CA final 5 to 10 marks means it is a big thing. Fortunately, I got a rank, but I could have got maybe let us say 5 rank more, 10 ranks above than what I got because of that. There was a subject called quantitative technique, which is called QT. In the old course it was there. I made a calculation error. 5 plus 8 I have written 58. Can you believe 5 plus 8 58? but that happened because of the tension pressure of the exam. So therefore, this exam requires lot of mental strength. How to remain positive? Preferably find out 15 to 20 minutes time, because you are running short of time before the exam, but 15 to 20 minutes of exercise, meditation, yoga will be useful. Try this. This is definitely going to be useful. Second thing, you have to keep healthy throughout this period. You can't afford to fall sick, because your days would be lost. So therefore, manage your food habits, eat healthy foods, and also have a good sleep. At least you should sleep 5 to 6 hours per day. That would be enough. Trust me, you don't need more than that for the preparation of exam. Don't overstretch also. Some students study 18 hours a day and they fall sick 3 days before the exam. Even that is not good. Okay? So maintain a proper daily schedule which will include 14 hours of study, 6 hours of sleep, all remaining activity 24 minus 20. In 4 hours you can complete all your personal grooming, lunch, breakfast, dinner, meeting friends, social media. Possible? It is possible because you don't have any other business to do. So if you really put efforts, you can do it. Next comes the exam. Should we answer all 100 marks question? What is your answer? There is no need to answer 100 marks paper. You should answer first those questions which you know very well. At least 70% of the questions would be such which you have studied in your study material, RTP, MTP, past exam, class notes. Am I right? 70%, 60 to 70% question nowadays are something you have already studied. So just concentrate your effort. Try to visualize that yes, I have done it, I know it, and first you target such questions which you already know. In most of the paper, 20 to 30 marks would be difficult ones, which are new questions set by the institute, which you have probably not studied before. Keep them for the end. Keep them for the end. And in case if you get time, you can apply your mind, otherwise leave it. Okay. Even if you answer in CA exam, even if you answer 70 to 80% correctly, you will get 50 plus marks easily. And in subjects like FR, SFM, accounts, if you attempt 70 marks, you can get 65 plus marks also. Or if you attempt 80 marks, you may get 70 plus also. Is it right? So don't get tensed. What is important that you must answer correctly what you know. Do not devote too much time to a single question. Some questions are very lengthy. Keep them for the end. First, you should always answer short questions. In first hour at least 35 to 40 marks you should complete. First hour. By the time you complete the second hour, you must finish 75 to 80 marks. And the last 1 hour is going to take time for difficult ones, lengthy questions. This way the planning will have to be done by the student. And suppose your exam is over today, next exam is after a gap of 1 day. Come home, don't talk to your friends, they will give you more tension. Take a good rest and again start preparing for the next exam. This is again important. If you come home and start comparing your answer with the institute answer or talking to your friends, you will get more tensed if something you have done wrong. Whatever has happened now cannot be rectified. What you have to do, prepare for the next paper. If you can make up that mindset that whatever has happened now, I am not bothered, I am now going to prepare for the next exam, that is important. Focus on the next exam. I had a friend, Tahir Raj, who could not write the first paper of accounts very nicely. He got so tensed, he did not appear for the remaining paper of group 1. And when the results were out, he got 60 marks in account. Had he appeared for other 3 papers also, he could have cleared that exam. So why are you worried about what has happened? New day, new chance. Now most of the students would like to come in a rank if they are appearing for both the groups. Of course, one condition is involved, you must appear for both the groups. So this is for those students who want to come in merit list. In order to come in merit list, you have to do something extra. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is extra. So if you want to achieve extraordinary result, you must put extra passion, extra recognition, then only you will get extra outcome also. So extra in everything, extra in preparation, extra in revision, extra in presentation, a dash of extra in everything that you do. So if others are putting 14 hours, you will put 14.5 hours. If others are revising 3 times, you will revise 4 times. You will try to present your answer better than the other student. If others are appearing for mock test 1 time, you will appear 3 times. Now this is very easy to say, difficult to follow. However, if you are willing to put that extra effort, you are bound to get a very good result, and most probably you can come in the merit list. I will tell you, getting into merit list is not very difficult if you plan properly right from the beginning. 4 months in advance only, you should plan accordingly that yes, I have to come in the merit list, and for that I have told you what you have to do. Whole syllabus you have to study, revise 3 to 4 times, study 14 hours a day, solve 3 to 4 mock test papers, and that will really help you to come into the merit list. So dear student, thank you very much for watching this video. I wish you all the best, all the success, and may you come out with the flying colors. तो मेरी तरफ से आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आप सफल हो, एग्ज़ाम में आपके अच्छे मार्क्स आएँ और आप अपने माँ बाप का नाम रोशन करें और दुनिया में आपका नाम रोशन हो, आप तरक्की करें। इसी उम्मीद के साथ थैंक यू वेरी मच। बाय बाय, टेक केयर। बोलो।
मैंने अभी क्लासेस चालू किया सर, एफआर का और एचएसएम का। तो अभी जो आने वाली है उसका कैसा कुछ प्रिपरेशन